Awesome. Hey, guys.
Welcome to the, who are you guys now? Elegant 8 Adventures, Sagas, or something. You guys are not 8 quite, but good enough.
I think I fixed my voices. I don't know if it was echoey. I don't know. We'll see. Did you hear anything when I did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You nailed it.
Good, because listening to myself just do character voices without any effects is not awesome. And it's less for you guys than me not wanting to have to hear my own voice. Awesome. So we're in. Everybody's loaded up, it looks like. So let me take you back to last time we played. Well, guys, the northwest corner of Thunder Tree is blight-free. A series of one-hit kills made quick work of them poor little twiglings. It was easy. Too easy, but clearly very satisfying for you guys. It was such quick work that the ruckus stirred something quite big up in the tower. However, it did not wake it. Ash zombies, check. Blights, check. Redoth, well, after debating looking to the east or looking to the right or looking up or looking down, whatever, the thought of something big led the team to the south. Skylar picked up some tracks, and the E8 were able to follow them right to the druid's home. After a bit of sneaking about, looking in windows, they ended up knocking on the front door. They found Redoth welcoming and kind. No tricks or bribes or tasks were asked of them in exchange for direction to Cragmaw Castle. However, as part of the conversation over a bit of food, they discovered that Redoth had a dragon problem, and potentially a cultist problem, but really one thing at a time. The dragon is a young green dragon named Venomfang. Ah, nice. He'd recently made Thunder Tree his temporary home. You haven't quite, noodled on exactly what caused it, but it seems like he got himself into some trouble. So anyway, while it's not odd for a dragon to take up residence in a tower, it is a bit odd for them to do so here, since there's little access to water, and as you all know, dragons love water. Redoth thinks the dragon may have come here in defeat, be escaping something. While it was great about killing off some of the giant spiders, it was also killing his beloved twig blights. He'd like to have it chased away, if possible. Now, to complicate things, the cultists, part of the Cult of Dragons, are trying to win over the dragon to earn favor in their cult. There are roughly 4 to 6 of them, led by a cultist named Favric. They wear black robes cut like dragon wings and black hoods with dragon horns, so they are hard to miss. They have been biding their time, camping out in a building to the southeast corner of Thunder Tree, studying the dragon and trying to figure out how to make their move. They do not seem to want to fight and pretty much want to be left alone. But you guys know that they might make things much worse, if they do make that alliance. So, the Elegant 8 decided to help out the druid Redoth with his dragon problem. Further, they did a bit of blame shifting, suggesting that maybe the cultists have decimated the twig blights in the northwest corner of Thunder Tree. So, there is that. That brings us current. When we last spoke, I believe you guys had debated, I should share the map, you guys had debated doing a long rest. He offered you a long rest in the protection of his hut, but you had not made the call if you wanted to do that or not. I'm seeing some thumbs up, sisses. So let's go ahead and make it so.
I follow the fearless leader.
I'm going to roll something right quick.
Uh-oh.
All right. That's all I needed to know. All right, long rest. What does this mean? This means that you may hear lots of sounds. You could ignore all of the narrative in the chat window about sustenance. We aren't quite there yet as a team. It's just there to sort of give you a hint of the future, right? At some point you'll have to have food, and you'll go on journeys, and you'll need to scavenge, and yada yada yada. Alrighty. So you've had your long rest. This means that you can reset spell slots if you're running a spell caster or you have spells. Be sure you reset your spell slots. This also means that you need to go back into preparation mode and prepare whatever spells you want for the day. Things to keep in mind: you've probably are going to encounter some blights. If history serves, there's a dragon. There's some cultists, and you've at least run into a handful of ash zombies. Might there be more? Perhaps. But go ahead and ensure that you're ready to roll. Further, if you've used any ammunition, don't forget to do, first off, recover arrows using the little magnifying glass. Well, it no longer is a magnifying glass. What does it look like now? It's a new interface. Well, it's supposed to be. It looks like a tennis racket. I think that's supposed to be a magnifying glass. So recover your thrown and shot objects, and then whatever you do not have recovered, go ahead and then hit that little reload button to replenish your stocks. And then let me know when you guys are ready to roll.
Okay.
Any questions while we're standing here? Anything for Redoth?
The new interface just has a number now, not it doesn't have like little dots.
Yeah, it looks very different.
Very different.
I haven't looked at that yet. Let me look.
I think it's a little more clear. Yeah, I like that it just says ammo too.
Oh, interesting.
It doesn't tell you how much total you have though. Like,
Oh, like 2 of, yeah.
Interesting. That's really interesting. All right. Well, interestingly, I didn't know that the skin that I was using did that. So it must have added the dots for you.
must have.
Interesting. Well, it is what it is. Yeah. So the narrative on the other UI, which I really liked the colors. I did get some feedback that it was kind of hard to read, and this is much clearer. Matter of fact, they said the map was clearer, that most of the imagery was a lot crisper. So I don't know if you guys are finding that to be the case or not. But yeah, there's some nuanced changes that you're going to experience. He's an awesome dude. He's actually having to take hiatus. Some serious life things have went on, so his updates won't keep it won't catch up to what's going on with the interface. So we're going to start seeing stuff break. So.
Oh my.
So we're using, this is the default out of the box. This is what it actually looks like, in case you guys hadn't seen this before. Very skeuomorphic for those of you into design.
Yeah.
You can smell the leather.
Yeah, in like 10 years, it'll be really hip again. All right. You guys ready to roll, or are you still preparing things?
No, I'm good. I can't see the ruins of Thunder Tree yet.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
the map has not loaded.
Okay.
Oh, wait. You know what? If you scroll to the left, just scroll to the left.
Yeah, it was really zoomed out for me when I...
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, there's a toolbar with the little arrows pointing up, down, left, and right. If you click that, it should just automatically zoom to fill. In case you didn't know that. Handy knowledge. I am going to toggle, the druid is now your friend, so he goes into friendly mode.
Cool. So, do we want to discuss what we're going to do with this, how we're going to get this dragon to skedaddle?
You should.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we know what we're doing. Did we just... we decided to go to the cultist or the dragon first?
I'm not sure.
I can tell you. You guys did not decide.
Naturally.
When we last, I literally just watched it a few minutes ago. So when we ended, you debated a long rest. You decided you were indeed going to help the druid. He's not going to go with you. That was he made that pretty clear. He's going to hang tight. He warned that there's going to be Blythes on the way. You do not know how you should play that with him yet. The cultists are in the southeast. You knew that. And I just told you who their leader was. When you guys last spoke, I believe you talked about leveraging the cultists against the dragon, sort of using them as sort of a bargaining chip.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we go talk to the cultists first and see if we can get an angle on the dragon from them, at least. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, because look, the the bottom line is, what you know is that that Radolf has asked you to chase away the dragon. He didn't ask you to kill it, right? Or to be friends with it, or whatever. He asked you to chase it away, find a way to get rid of the dragon, who seems like he might be here temporarily anyway. But just for some context, it is you guys are just strong enough to defeat the dragon, right? And it would get you, almost 4,000 experience points. But the challenge rating is deadly, so I'm not sure all of you would survive. Maybe you would.
We would.
Right. So really, tactically, sort of like choose your path, right? And if there's anything that you want to know, right? Like you're still with it's morning. You've spent the night in the druid's place. You're well fed. Well rested. If there's anything that you want to know from him, feel free to ask it.
Ooh, that's a hint.
One thing I was thinking is it might be nice to figure out if there's a way to get past the tree blights without having to murder them all.
Yeah, what should we do if we encounter a blight?
The blights, they leave me alone. They were here before I was here. I did not create these blights. But I've managed, through my druidic ways, to find a path forward with them to sort of live in harmony. I think your best bet is to avoid them, right? I can tell you they do like to spend time, stationary as a bush would be, in some of the abandoned buildings. Especially, I know there's some just to the east, right? In this ruined store. That's directly to the east, and then sort of to the south there's a farmhouse just to the sort of southeast of me. I know there's some blights that are hanging there because we spend time, discussing the ways of nature. But if you were to come across upon them, they may leave you alone if you leave them alone. But I cannot guarantee your safety, nor can I provide counsel. Right. I have my ways, and they don't necessarily belong to me. They live their own lives.
So I guess
thanks for nothing.
Maybe we can just try to leave him alone.
That would probably be your best bet. You may find it difficult. Is
it going to be like a big deal to you if we can't get around them and we end up murdering a bunch?
So he pauses and sort of thinks on that just a second, and he comes back with
the use of the word murder. Bothers me. Look, you must protect yourself, but if you go out of your way to attack them, I just don't think that would be necessarily a good thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I think basically it's like if you draw their gaze and they attack you, he's probably not going to hold that against you, right? But if you make it your goal to sort of clear cut the forest, that's probably not going to go on well with him. And the bottom line is you want to stay in his good graces, right? Because he's going to tell you how to get to Cragmaw Castle.
Cool.
Is there anything else we should know about the dragon? Like, can we walk around it?
I
wouldn't recommend it. It's a dragon, right? I would do my best to only approach the dragon with strategic intent. I've not spent any time with the dragon myself, right? I've avoided it. He sort of left me alone. I've left him alone. He's left the cultists alone, and up to this point, they've left him alone. However, I think if you were to encroach upon his territory, he might not look kindly upon that. He has destroyed the top of the tower. You will oftentimes find him perched in the tower, sort of surveying, I guess, his kingdom.
Oh wow! So the dragon considers Cragmore his domain, then, right?
I think he was suggesting it was Thunder Tree, not Cragmore, but like Thunder Tree. So what you guys, I mean, what the druid has sort of shared is that, this dragon has wandered in here, seems to be escaping something, probably got his ass handed to him. He's a young dragon. He's a bit cocky, probably not to, I don't think he can be trifled with, but he's probably young enough to not be the smartest. But also with that comes arrogance. Anyone ever had a 13-year-old son? So, I would wager that, he's here sort of licking his wounds, so to speak, which you could use to your advantage, or could also, you don't want to poke a bully. So, you do you.
I'm just trying to think of some way we could convince him that the that the cultists are going to try to kill him. Because I was almost thinking like we should try to get there ahead of them and say like, hey, there are these guys. I overheard their plans.
It's so hard for me not to scheme with you guys. I keep thinking, you know what we should do, and realizing, I can't do that.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you have any angles that we could follow?
I think my only thought was to see what intel the cultists have on the dragon. Like, what's their approach going to be to trying to get the dragon to do what they want? So that might inform an approach for us.
And do then the opposite of that to get them to go rather than stay.
Right. Yeah. We could always just take their plan and then kill them. So.
There's that too.
But I like the idea. I like the idea of talking to the cultists. I think we can get some more information.
All right. Let's go visit the cultists.
Let's do it.
All right. Sounds like a plan. So, Redoth, throws some figs and berries, into little to-go containers for you, and sends you on his way, and suggests that if you get into trouble or you need his help, just send word, right? And he'll come, help best he can, right? And again, he does reinforce, maybe, be mindful of the blights, right? And sort of as you're leaving, suggests, and perhaps spiders.
Great.
Right. So, he'd mentioned that the dragon has sort of cleared his immediate area of giant spiders, right? That doesn't necessarily, he doesn't know how long, how far that extermination, how the range of extermination is happening. So, what I'll need you guys to do is I'm going to stack you guys up outside. Oh, by the way, I spent a good chunk of my weekend rebuilding this map and rejiggering everything, so that we should not have the issues we had. See how I was able to move you guys out of the building without cussing. All right, and I'm going to take Redoth is dropping out of the combat tracker, so he's no longer with you. His door shuts behind you, and you hear him put on some tea and sort of go about his day. This finds you in front of the druid's home. You hear the birds chirping, the crows singing, and the rustling of the wind in the trees. At least you think it's the rustling of the wind in the trees. So, things to be mindful of is your marching order. I'm going to keep the token lock on. You'll need to move sequentially wherever you're going to go throughout the map. All you know from him is roughly due east as the crow flies. You should find the cultists.
Oh, due east. Okay.
Away from the dragon.
Yep. So Dewey. So they were so he's in the southwest corner, and they're in the southeast corner.
All right, who wants to take lead?
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
Well, why don't you guys go ahead and move into the order you want to be in, sort of on the road, or just tell me which order you want to be in.
I think Skylar
rough.
and Karen in front's not a bad idea.
All right, Karen, you want to hold hands and kind of
I'll be
parallel?
in the back, actually.
So Skylar here. I'll just move you guys around and tell me if I get this right. Skylar there. I never realized that Fabia and Noodle are the exact same thing except for a different colored cloak.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
That's how we tell them apart.
All right, Skylar, stop your moving. I'm gonna stack you guys up real quick. All right. So after Skylar was who?
Well, we're not going single file, are we?
I don't imagine. I'm just gonna roughly get you guys in position. So like Fabia, is this roughly right?
Yeah, that's good.
Because the bottom line is that you guys are going to have to move, and you only have so much movement. So I want to make sure that you get enough out of your moves to count.
Sure.
Right. So I'll even be kind enough to tighten you guys up a little bit. And then that should gear. There you go. 2 by 3. All right. So, you can only see what you can see. I'll let you do whatever you want to do right now, and then we'll have you guys make your moves.
What's to our east here?
Go ahead and roll a perception check. I'm sorry, an investigation check if you want to know what's to our east. Investigation.
Well, I mean like what do I see?
Oh, okay, gotcha. So as he mentioned, there's a farmhouse, like a decrepit farmhouse. It's in disrepair. Let me see here. Give you some actual narrative here. So, this ruin looks as if it had once been a farmhouse. It's now half swallowed up by a dense thicket with trees growing up through its ruined foundations. The lane sort of continues south for a short distance past the ruin before ending in an overgrown field. All right, so it's an old farmhouse. It's falling apart. It's mostly been reclaimed by nature.
So I don't know. Do you guys want to just skirt the farmhouse and keep going east?
Yeah.
So you guys do see a slight trail running between some trees and the farmhouse that leads to, you can just see it off under the trees, just through the trees. It looks like it must be the ruined store that he described. And it says, at an intersection near the middle of the village, a narrow lane winds up a steep hillside to the north. Directly to the south is a ruined building that might have been a store or a workshop. Some webs stretch across the lane from the building to the trees to the north side of the road. So on the plus side, you're just sort of seeing this through. So as that road that you're at, where you're standing, as the road heads up to the north, you see it sort of cuts off to the east.
Yep.
And then there's some webs that sort of snake across. Go ahead and roll a perception check. All y'all, want me trying to do a group perception check thing? See if it works.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled it already.
All right, well, I'll let you keep yours. You may have to re-roll again. Actually, let me uncheck you. Skylar. All right, and then I say perception. Oh, here we go. And oh man, this is so complicated now.
Why not? Because I got a 17. Why don't you just tell us? It's pretty high, right?
You have a point.
Yeah, you made a good point. Did it ask you? I just wanted to see if I even knew how to do it.
What the heck?
You got zeros.
How is that possible?
You
You must have do you have a minus on your perception?
No, I have a +4. I clicked the OK. What button should I have clicked?
I don't know. We're not using this for right now, guys. This seems as janky as before.
I clicked the die.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
actual
clicked.
die itself.
Okay. All right, so that's my perception check.
Oh, you just basically said, okay.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
To +4. Yeah.
All right, you're good enough. You needn't, unless you still need to roll. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Noodle nailed it again.
She got a 1. So the good old Noodle.
I got a 21.
Oh, nice.
Perception fumble.
Okay, so what you hear from the blighted farmhouse, you do hear. Do I have a sound? I may have a sound. Hold on, here we go.
Oh. Let's turn my volume up.
So yeah, you hear some twig blights for sure. Coming from that home. Right now, they don't seem to have taken any interest in you. But the druid has sort of called that shot. Yeah, if you get too close to that farmhouse, you're going to draw the gaze of the blights. Right now, there's, like I said, no interest. A little farther off from the shop, you do maybe hear a little skittering. But you're too far away, even with the 20, for me to tell you if that skittering is a twig blight or something worse.
So is the plan to head east by going? I'm drawing to go up here, or was there some kind of like trail down here, or does this lower one just go to the farm that house?
So what you can see is that it indeed the trail sort of cuts through the farm home, like the homes that you passed through on the way to the south, right? So like when you made it on your way to the Druids, you took a trail sort of like weaved through some farm homes. That was actually one of the ways you avoided some of the blights. But yeah, you can see the trail sort of. The footprints sort of lead through this home and then out to the southern part. So you think to yourself, you maybe can skirt, the roads, not necessarily follow the roads towards the spider webs, by sort of weaving between the buildings. But, it's kind of like, do you draw whatever's around the way, the webs, or do you draw whatever's in these homes? Seems like you're going to draw some aggro either way.
Let's go to the house.
Yeah, I kind of like sneaking through the house, I guess, but I don't know what y'all think.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, and then Skylar, you make your move. So as you come into the house, give me uno momento. I can close this, and I can do here. And where are we? This is the farmhouse. I need to pull up the right stuff. Loop loop. All right, so you step into the farmhouse. Not stealth-like. I'll give you opportunity, right? So I'll give you advantage because they hadn't actually acknowledged you. But let me load some stuff into this combat tracker because you walked into a nest of blights.
Oh man!
Why don't we just go back out?
Yeah. They move slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we like comically back up?
Yeah,
you can. They move. They don't move. I would say they move slow. They move.
There's so many.
Yeah, there's 20 feet. Well, that's because Skylar like popped right into the middle of the room, right, or right into the entryway. And I did warn you that you guys heard blights, right? So here you are.
Fair.
Leroy Jenkins.
I was about to say, what if Skylar just suicide bombs right here? Like,
yeah. So full disclosure, Skylar. You are now within. You are not within. No one will have an opportunity attack on you because the good news is, it was very close. That the one twig blight just to the north of you, is a few feet shy of opportunity. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 twig blights. Like, all went from being shrubs to like dead on looking at you. So I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you move out if you want to move. All right.
Sorry, wrong room.
My bad.
Right. So, so, as Skylar makes his way out of the room, you see a blight pop in the door, and you get. I think you get the feeling that you sort of stepped into it this time. Maybe didn't heed some of the signs, some of the warnings, and at least one blight's gonna make his way after you. So
Can we run faster than him?
You absolutely can run faster than him. I think
let's just.
Who is the slowest of all of you?
I don't know.
Most of you have 30. I think Noodle's 25. Fabia can book. Yeah, so Noodle is the thing to be mindful of is Noodle can move, and you guys placed her right there in front, right? Or no, wait, no, she's in the middle.
Yeah.
She can move 5 feet per turn faster than a Twig Blight.
Go.
All right. So
I don't think it's gonna be too motivated to like chase us down. I think
we can see anyway. I think the main thing is let's not run into a bunch of spiders on the other end while we have a tree chasing us.
And as you guys are sort of chatting, you see 3 blights sort of stack up.
We got
Go.
So all right,
so
so I'm gonna have you roll for initiative. Yep.
Are you gonna do the auto thing, or do we want all do it?
I want you guys to roll for your own initiative. Unless you want, I can roll for the party or. So Cyrus, are you meaning to move to the south?
Yes.
Oh, fail.
Why?
I think we need to go north to hit the road that goes to the east.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so hold on.
I see what you're saying.
All right, so you'll be lagging from the rest of them. Let me
No.
roll NPC initiatives.
Wait.
Did you guys all roll?
Yeah.
I just rolled for Noodle.
Okay.
Not rolling for Zippy, correct?
Oh, we didn't
I'll be
discuss
back.
that.
I'm gonna get some chips.
I'm having a hard time with something, and I need to look this up. For some reason, whenever I roll initiative for the foes, it gives everyone the same number.
That's weird.
Weird.
That's why they're all 6. That doesn't make sense, right? Like, I'm not on crack on that.
Correct. Yeah, that is odd.
Let me try again. NPC. Now they're all 16.
So the game that David and I played that is not this way, the non-playing characters always go at the same time. All of them.
Really? We've never had this before.
No, I noticed that in this, but the only difference is we're playing Pathfinder. I don't know if that is really a big difference, but they all go together.
Well, anyway, we got, let's see. Twig Blight. I'm going to make sure I make this visibility. Hold on. This is super confusing to me, you guys. I don't know why it suddenly started doing that.
Sorry, I had to get some barbecue chips.
No worries. And it also didn't name them. Did you guys notice that too? Like, it usually gives them names.
Yeah.
I think that happened last time too.
Oh yeah, it did.
Okay, well, this sucks. All right, let me I need to systemically turn some of them off that aren't following you, so I could figure out which one's which.
many are following us? Looks like 3.
3 are following you, so I'm trying to figure out how to turn them on in the combat tracker. So let me remove foes. Damn it. I don't like this new interface. All right, there's 3 of them. Show me in the tracker. Sorry guys, this sucks. Visible. Okay, so one of them should be visible now, right?
Yes,
But it doesn't reflect that on the combat tracker,
correct.
which is stupid.
Did you roll initiative? Well, did you roll initiative for them, or does that matter?
I did.
Them being on
Delete
the
from
combat.
tracker, all non-friendly. This is what's called a do-over, guys. So let's try this again. I love having technical issues while I'm playing. Oh, great. And we're getting errors. All right, so if I say delete, all but 3. Oh, crap. I did it again, guys. Sorry. Okay, last time. I figured it out. Not the initiative thing. I don't know why it's suddenly they're all the same. Okay, here we go. And now I'm going to turn on 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. They are here, here, and here. All right, now you should see the 3 that I told you about earlier. They have a 3. And Little Zippy, we don't roll for initiative. It's either you or him.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep. And so what is your initiative right now? You're 21. That means that he's a 21 as well. So see, I just stacked you guys next to each other.
Yep.
And then we go to the top of the round. So it's either Little Zippy or Fabia. And you guys are in a flee mode, correct?
Yeah, we're running away. I thought.
Awesome. So, go ahead and I'll let you move both you and Zippy.
We're going north, correct, guys? This way?
Yes. Don't go too far though, because the spiders are like right there, aren't they? Or at least the webs are.
The webs are. All right, so Karen moved.
Oh, I moved.
You moved the wrong person.
Sorry.
Let's put Karen back. All right, you go ahead and try again.
Sorry. I thought I grabbed me. Clearly I did not. No, I didn't grab me then either. That's Noodle. Damn it.
Okay, we gotta change your guys' tokens. Okay,
Well, you know,
you're confusing me. Okay, there we go. And you have another 5 on your turn if you want it. I think you can go 30, right? Or 30. You can go 35.
Yeah, but how Noodle can only go so far, so I didn't want to go too far out of the way.
Okay.
we should just go back to the druid's house. We're like right next door.
I know.
Honestly, that's a classic like video game move to pull something really bad like back to a bunch of NPCs to wail on it. So
Did you,
Yeah.
did you wanna call for the druid, or you want to head to his house?
Yeah.
I don't know, do we?
Well, it depends if we want to get into a battle or not.
Yeah. I think let's try to make it up to the intersection and see if they follow us.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just go. These guys aren't that hard to kill.
We don't want to kill them. That's the thing.
They attacked us first.
Okay.
All right. So let's move on. Okay, so Zippy did its turn.
Oh yeah, sorry. I gotta.
End your turn. And then you did your turn, and then next is
Yeah.
Noodle. Noodle's doing her turn. Strategically moving out of the way. Okay. And then Kieran's turn. He moves 30, sort of muscles on by you guys. All right, we got Mr. Bing. He goes 30 towards the druid's house, wise. And Skylar.
Oh, I can move?
Yep. It's your turn. As soon as Mr. Bing.
Sorry.
Okay. Skylar pushes right past Favia and hunkers down next to Karen. Okay, end your turn.
Ah, sorry. My screen's stalled. It takes me a while to get to that screen. There you go.
All right. So, the blights, the blights see you guys jetting and pop out 20 feet. Twig blight. This one goes 20 feet. And the next one goes... They're 20 feet, so they got to go out the door. And then 10 more. Right there. All right. And then that ends this round. So, they are slow. They are following you. I wouldn't say chase is the right word. But here's where you guys find yourself for this round. You guys have a few minutes, or a minute or two, to sort of discuss what you want to do next. You don't see any other blights coming out of the farmhouse. Just the sort of 3 that were closest to Skylar when he popped into the farmhouse.
I mean,
We're
do we
still
want
heading up towards the intersection, right?
I guess so. Is that going to put us right into the spiders, though? Like, should we go back to where we know it's clear and just let them settle down, or do you want to run into the spiders?
Kill him.
I feel like we can see
Okay.
up at least until kind of closer to the intersection. I feel like we can make it to where to here, without aggroing something new. I think just because of what we can see. So
Yeah,
maybe we can go a little bit more. And
Okay.
Yeah, you guys know
That's
that you've
good.
cleared out the farmhouse to the and you've been down this path, or at least partly down this path, right? Zippy did.
that's what I was trying to remember. Is this the road we were on before?
Yeah, you
The
came
one
through
to
that.
the north.
You came through that farmhouse. So this is so Fabia. Hold on, before you guys go. So your strategy then is you're going to continue to sort of move the group north, correct, or following the path.
Yep.
Awesome. And then here's the new rule. We're going to re-roll initiative.
Yep.
So I can either do it for everyone, or we can do it. You can all do yourself. It's up to you. However you guys want to do this.
Do it for everyone.
Right now?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
so
going
I'll-
to do it every turn.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Roll all. And you can see how this made it more interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. So for this round, the blights get to move first. So I got to take this up to the top.
it's gonna make it harder to flee if they're all going first.
Well, I mean, ironically, that this was like the random luck that they all happened to get a really good roll on this one, compared to you guys.
And Tom, who are Little Zippy and I sharing 20 or 15?
He shares yours. So whatever
Okay.
yours is, which one are you?
He's at 20 because he's at 20 right now.
Okay, so he is now 15. So
Okay.
we're bundling you guys together. All right. Unless it's sort of like mass movement, right? Then mostly for combat is when you have to make your choice. But like I'll let you guys move, not in the service of combat. All right. Basically, Fabio, you don't have to you don't have to like use your turn to run, and he has to stand there the entire time because that wouldn't make any that'd be nonsensical.
Oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
And just to remind everyone about the roll for initiative at the top. So what this does is it makes combat a little bit more realistic and interesting. So every round you roll initiative and it restacks you. And after the restack, you guys say, okay, and this is when you should now that you've restacked, you say, okay, what's our strategy for this round going to be, right? And the really cool thing is that it isn't like he hits me first and then I hit him and then it changes some of that sort of that sequencing. Keeps it a little bit more interesting, I think. And I've not your first experience with it is a chase scene, which is kind of weird, but whatevs. So anyway, what is that they're going to get to all three twig blights are going to get to move, which means that at least one of them is going to catch up to you, right? So that's interesting. If you guys want to go ahead and sort of rethink your strategy, I'll let you do that. Otherwise, if it's still sort of like avoid and run, we'll just move forward with the next with this round.
Let's kill him.
I think we should still avoid and run.
Yeah, I was thinking at least let's make it to the trees and like if they're still chasing us at that point, I think we're going to be stuck. We have to go. We have to
Yeah.
turn them off at that point.
Yeah, and and Cyrus, the sort of honorary leader of the group, you're thinking to yourself, maybe killing the blights right after the goodwill of the druid right in front of his home might not be the best move. So
Bad plan.
yeah, maybe at least draw them away a little bit and kill them in private. It might make some more sense. Awesome. So
Oh wait, we're still at. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. This just occurred to me. Like the house that we're outside of is literally right outside.
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
his house. Yeah.
I thought we were down the road for some reason. So yeah, I feel like we should at least yell to him, like, "Dude, come take care
Help!"
of your things."
Okay, I'll allow that. So so let me add him.
Who's closest to his front door?
I am.
Cyrus.
Yeah.
So the druid pops back in.
Help!
And his door opens up. Hold on, his door opens up, and he's stands in his door. He's like,
For the love of God.
Really?
He's gonna make fun of us.
What's going on?
They're chasing us.
You didn't avoid the farmhouse as I suggested, did you?
We
Let
got
me see.
confused.
Let me see what I can do. Halt!
so he sort of steps in front of the blight, and it stops, and it's not like a well-trained dog, but enough of a pause that you see him sort of murmuring and muttering and moving his hands, and it seems they've not turned around, but they've at least seemed to have stopped the chase at this point.
It's good.
And he turns back and he's like,
I think very slowly you may proceed.
so he's just gonna run a little interference for you while you guys sort of sneak around back. So I'll give you guys your full movement. I will remove the foes from the combat tracker. Oops. I have the druid as hostile for some reason. Hold on. There we go.
Uh-oh.
All right, so delete from combat tracker. Only foes. All right, so it's nice to see it get green again. So go ahead and in order, Karen first, then Skylar. So Karen, make your move where you want to go. All right, so you move your 30. And as you round that corner, you absolutely can you can absolutely take on. Can you move more than 30?
I think 30 is my max.
Yeah. Okay. I just saw that there was like a bonus move. And yeah, you can see that the pathway is indeed covered with spider webs. All right, Skylar.
Cool.
So you've moved 25 of your 30. Next up would be Favia and Zippy.
Zippy.
All right, and the Zipster. Zippy can move 30 on ground, but he can also move 40.
In the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right.
He'll hang up by me.
All right. And then we've got Noodle.
Go 25, right?
Noodle. Let me double click. 25. Yes. So you guys hear Noodle huffing and puffing up behind you. You hear like dodging along, kind of like Gimli. And then Mr. Bing catches back up with the lot. And as you see this, the blight sort of spin around and head back into the house. And the druid pops away and bloop, back into his house.
Sorry, guys, I went into the room.
Well, I think you did what the party asked you to do. But just a little guidance, a little unsolicited GM guidance. Don't forget about stealth. Don't forget about, getting a lay of the land and maybe scouting, right? Just some things to keep in mind, because this is unfamiliar territory, and you know that there's a bunch of stuff, right? I mean, it's not a resort town, you guys. It's been taken over by both nature and creatures. All right, so this finds you at this crossroad. To the north, you see the road that you guys came in on. You didn't take that road, but indeed you see sort of the ash zombie village just up beyond down the path. Towering over the trees, you see peeking above the trees to your north. You see the tower. Off to your east, the path takes you towards some spider webs.
What do you want to do, guys?
Let's just dead sprint down that road, banging all
The
over
spider web?
doors and stuff. Yeah, just be as loud as we can.
What are we trying to do here?
I want to scare off all the spiders. So you want to be
You want
very
to scare
loud.
them off? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like avoiding bears and shit.
Yes.
Is that
I don't
your,
know.
no? Is that your
I'll
plan?
wait right here.
Yeah, somebody better say a different plan, or Tom's going to do it. Yeah, so I think.
I thought you were. I actually thought you were serious. I'm like, okay, he's gonna try to bang on stuff. I was thinking, Venomfang might be interested in that.
I guess we can try to just go down the road as quietly as possible.
If you guys decide that you want to move through any of the bush or shrubbery, you have to move half your distance, but it's rough. It's sort of tough terrain. But you can also do that if you don't want to be on the road. Just as a reminder, you don't have to stick to roads. You can cross country. You just lose half your distance.
Cool.
I wonder if it'll be louder trying to clamber
back.
through the.
I think we
shrubbery.
just let's walk stealthily down the road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Second verse, same as the first. Karen, you're up from a.
Maybe let's go just a little bit too, and then we can stop and look around and listen.
So did you want to walk with stealth, or did you want to just you're only going to take part of your move? Those are different.
Yeah, why don't we walk with stealth for a little bit, just to get down the road a little bit, and then we can see what we see.
All right. So I need you to roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Woman.
How do
Either-
I roll a stealth check?
It's on your skills.
There we go.
Should we all roll stealth check?
Not until you move. No. Okay.
Okay.
You're good to go. Skylar, move on up.
I gotta do my stealth check.
No, move first, and then you stealth check.
Okay.
And so hold on. What's your... You can only move 15. Half your distance.
Oh, stealth.
Yeah. All right, now roll your stealth.
Oh, what that? That's weird.
Nope, you're wearing armor. You failed. So, yeah, so, Skylar, you guys see Skylar, like, sort of tiptoeing up the path, and you hear, like, clang, 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 clang. So let me check something out here.
Yeah, nailed it.
So, he stops because he's making all this noise, and you guys listen, and you don't hear anything. So it seems like you're kind of okay. All right, up next is Zippy or Fabia. You choose.
Fabio will go.
All right.
Is it how many can I move? 30, so it's 15, right?
So you're Fabia. I think you can move 35. So we round up. So that means that you can move 20. Oh, I did not notice that you moved. Sorry. Now roll your stealth check.
That's okay.
And you're good. You're like super creepy. Super creeping. Hey Skylar, one thing to consider if you're going to be stealthy is to maybe remove your armor. It does take an action, but if you're going to be moving along a trail stealth, it may be worth the risk of not having armor temporarily. Just a thought. In case you hadn't thought about that. Okay, go ahead and move Fabia. Move Zippy. All right, so Zippy moves his 20, which means he's flying. So he flutters around. Go ahead and I think he has passive stealth, right? Nope, he does not.
No. He has a
Go ahead and just roll his stealth. He has +6. I mean, you'd have to really tank this. And you did not. So yeah, Zippy was fine. This brings us to either Bing or Ham, or House of Moog, whichever one.
All right, let's do New Dale.
So we round up so she can move 15. She's your liability when it comes to movement. Roll her stealth.
Oh. Hold on.
I will. I canceled that for you.
Thank you. Did that roll?
I saw nothing. Yeah. Oh, she's fine.
Cool.
She don't move fast, but she's quiet. Quiet as a dwarf. All right, Mr. Bing, you're up. And roll your stealth.
Deal.
Wow, you guys you've had really solid rolls. Kind of disappointing for me. I thought we would wake something up. Maybe, but whatever. All right, so you guys all made your way to this this turnabout. Not a turnabout. This crossroads. It's not really a cross. What's it called when 3 roads come together? Is that a thing?
T-junction.
Fork? Yeah.
Ooh,
T-junction. Fork. I'll take any of those things. What is this ruined store? Okay. So yeah, I've already given you this narrative, but I'll let you know, now that you're a little bit closer. Like there's at that intersection near the middle of the village, right? You see that narrow, lane sort of winds up a steep hillside to the north, right? So you can sort of see it up just past those spiderwebs. It's winding up to the north. Your spidey sense, get it, tells you that's the path to the dragon. Directly to the south of those webs is a ruined building. It might have been a store or a workshop, and you see some webs sort of covering all that stuff.
Should I take off my armor, guys, or nah?
Nah.
Nah. That's right. Let's do it. All right, let's go right
we're,
then.
We're not the stealthiest group. That's fine.
So go right. Karen's up.
Go.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to do another round of stealth walk?
Sure.
Yeah, let's stealthy walk.
Okay, give me 1 second. Toot, toot, toot.
It'd be a long journey, 15 yards at a time.
Yeah, right? And one other thing. There we go. Okay. My computer has stopped responding. All right. So up first is Karen. Roll your stealth. You're good to go. You're moving just 10 this time, or okay? Go ahead and do your stealth.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Ooh, so close. So
Yeah, baby.
close. Next up.
Jung, 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 jung. That's fine.
Next up is Little Zippy or Fabio, whichever. All right, Fabio, roll your stealth.
Oh no.
Oh, tong, 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 tong.
So, yeah. So we're gonna roll for initiative.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't you. It was your. It was your ranger of all things. Let me see what I got here. Give me 1 second.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Is like stealth is such a like if you've got more than one or two people moving stealthily, it's like somebody's gonna always blow it.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys would sort of realize, like, statistically, you're unlikely to stealth your way too far. Yeah. So go ahead and you guys, did you all roll for initiative yet?
I did, yeah.
Hold on.
But I mean, if I was gonna blow it, at least I blew it big time. Like, I did it well.
You should have totally fell. You should have went boom, boom. That's the one.
Oh, I figured it out, guys. I figured it out.
Oh, I rolled Little Zippy, not even thinking. Sorry.
Okay, hold on. I just figured something out. I'm so excited.
You just can't.
That's
hide
never
it.
good for us.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's... Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. Got it. All right, I'm gonna put these guys in. Okay, so what happens is, you won't care about this, but if you don't create an entity, if you say like 6 things or like 12 twig blights, right? And they're all, and instead of doing, creating 6 individuals, you create 1 stack of 6. The stack of 6 gets all the same initiative. So let me roll for initiative. The bad guys. Yes, perfect. All right. So Fabia, as you sort of like make your way up, you see a couple of things. You see some webbing. Some looks old and some looks not so old. You definitely see a spider ahead.
Ooh. Let's kill it.
And sort of, you don't see the entire thing, but sort of like you swear for a split second, you see another sort of a limb sort of poke out the door just for a split second.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. So that is the lay of the land. We will be rolling initiative at the top of each round. I was kind of hoping that you guys would have like 10 blights on your tail chasing you down this thing when this happened. But, you know, alas, I can't get it my way all the time.
No.
So just to revisit, because this is new, this is where I think where it gets interesting. At the top of each round, we will roll initiative. After you get that new stack, you guys can have a minute or two to figure out what your strategy is for that round. For your turn, you'll then get 5 to 7 seconds to sort of say what you're going to do, right? It should be something to do with that strategy. Now, I'm not a jerk. If something weird happens in the middle of the round and you're like, you need a new strategy, it's okay to sort of pivot. But for the most part, you should be enacting that strategy that happened, that you agreed upon at the top of the round. The reason being, the way this really works is even though we're taking turns, right? This isn't the Revolutionary War, right? Where people took turns shooting at each other. All this action is happening literally at the same time. So even though we're doing things in a sequence, the way the game is supposed to be played is like all of this is happening around you. So like as Favi is hitting, Cyrus is doing a thing, Skylar's aggroing some stuff, right? Like this is all happening at the same time. So this rolling at the top of the round sort of approximates that sort of chaos and fun, but it can really be used to your advantage as well, right? My party that played last week when they tried this, they had someone who would have died if they hadn't re-rolled initiative, but they were able to get healed just in time because of the new stack. So it was kind of interesting, right? Cool. So on that note, let's get ready to rumble.
Little Zippy's first.
Does anybody know shit about spiders?
But
So Zippy does not first. Zippy takes on Fabia, which means that he's a 13. And that means that
I go first.
Skylar's first. Okay, now this is now that you see the stack, right? You see it's gonna be Skylar, then Noodle, then Spider, then Zippy or Fabia, right? Then Karen, Mr. Bing, and then it repeats and we re-roll. Just because you know that's the order, you can take that into account as you guys are discussing starting now.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna attack.
Well, that's what you're going to do for your turn, but what are you guys doing as a party? What's your game plan?
Hello.
Attack.
I think, I think it makes sense, Skylar, for you to move in. I think the main risk is that our healer is the very last round or turn of the round. But
no,
yeah.
your healer is second.
Wait, I thought Cyrus was the healer. Oh, Noodle, yes.
no, Noodle.
Both Cyrus and Noodle are healers.
Oh, okay. Right.
So it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
Well, one's gonna come before the damage, and one's gonna come way after. But yeah, that's fine. I think we're okay with 2 spiders.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah,
no.
Skylar, I think makes sense to get up in there, and then let's see. Then we got range. Yeah, and then Karen can jump in.
and ride the
but-
spider and kill it, probably.
Yeah, I think my main question is like, do we know anything about what spiders can do? Like, are they just going to end up like?
Okay,
webbing?
so one of the things you can do at the top of the round that you don't do on your turn now is ask these things. So Karen, roll a nature check.
Nature
Oh, I think we should have to sing everything.
check.
Hey, how do you bring back the map?
You ask politely, and I share it with you.
Oh, okay.
There you go. The spider can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings. Sorry, we're not going to really sing
Can
all of
I
this.
also roll a nature check?
Not until
Oh,
I do
no.
his.
Oh, no.
So what you know with your 7 is that spiders crawl on stuff, and they make these scary ass webs, and you think they're sticky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Can
Anyone
I
else?
try to?
Yeah, you
I'm
absolutely
gonna
try.
do
Why
There
couldn't
we
I
go.
roll that before?
Here comes our entomologist report.
Oh, snap.
So that's pretty good. It's not a 23, which is pretty good. All right, so yeah, so you're like, yes, Karen. Spiders can climb on stuff, including upside down on ceilings,
But they can all.
right? And as you know, they don't need to make an ability check. They can just do it, right? So they don't have to roll diddly to do that stuff. Furthermore, if you come in contact with any web, they will, know your exact location, right?
Oh my.
So as you can see, Fabio, you can see these webs sort of making their way strategically across the road, weaving into the farmhouse. So there's 2 spiders. You don't know if there's more than 2 spiders, right? But you do you realize that this is how they telegraph what's happening outside.
Can we try walking around the spiders, or we should just fight them?
Well, hold on. I got to finish her nature check. What else do you know? They can bite, right? And it's a tough bite. They get a +5 to bite, right?
Oh.
And they do 1d8 + 2 piercing damage, right? And on top of that, if they hit, you guys are going to have to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, right? Or you're going to take 2d8 poison damage on a failed save, right? Or half as much. So like even if you succeed, you take half the poison, right? And furthermore, that poison happens every round, for an hour, right? And if you get to 0 hit points, you die, right? And you'll have to make your life saving throws. Furthermore, because being bitten's not enough, they also have a ranged weapon attack with their web, so they can shoot a web up to between 30 and 60 feet, right?
Nice.
Yeah. But you also know that they want to use it sparingly because honestly, it has to recharge. So every round, they have a 2 in 6 chance of recharging their web. So once they use it, they have a 2 in 6 chance on their turn to recharge their web. And it is not. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you get a saving throw against the web effect if you get targeted with that?
Like a dexterity or something to jump out of the way.
It's you'll do a strength check to see if you can burst the web. So you get hit and you're seeing if you can muscle your way out of it. And if you fail, you are then of course webbed, right? And it roughly has an AC of roughly 10, and can be damaged with just 5 hit points of damage or fire, right? So there you go. That's what you know. You also know
We should light the webs up.
that this is what it looks like.
Ew.
I thought I'd throw that at you guys just to have some fun thing to look at. But yeah, so they bite.
This does
They
not spark
shoot webs.
joy.
Yes, it is.
No.
It is. It does not spark joy, indeed.
I think that's what a bed bug looks like.
So there you go. So that is all of your 23 goodness of spiders. None of you
That's
have
a
a
lot
big
of
enough. Yeah, none of you have a big enough can of raid. You'll notice the spider is bigger than a 5-foot square. Just in case you hadn't noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
Okay.
they're giants.
All right.
All right, Skylar, go get eaten.
All
Forward.
So just to be clear, okay, so you're moving into the brush, all right? Got it. And you do have line of sight through the webs.
Can I? I saw the web originally. Now I can't see it anymore.
You saw what web?
Wasn't there web on the screen?
There is.
Yeah, there's all sorts of webs. You guys can't see it?
It's all kind of dark. Yeah.
Should I shoot?
In fact,
Should I
is
shoot
it
him?
nighttime? I thought it was daytime.
It's dusk.
That's the worst.
All right. So Skylar targets the spider. And does hit.
Suck it, spider. Oh, you suck.
So does a little bit of damage, right? Hits a spider. It tweaks out. You see the web vibrates right under the spider as you connect. You have some movement left if you want to move.
Well, I'll stay here.
All right. Noodle's up. Noodle's way in the back there.
Yep.
All right, so Noodle uses her movement to huddle on up.
Yep. That's it. She's doesn't really have a line of sight or anything, so she's just gonna hang out.
Is she readying herself if there's a clear shot, or is she just hanging tight?
I don't think there's gonna be a clear shot, but sure, why not?
All right. So okay, got it. Next up. So how far can
Spider-Man.
Oh boy, I don't know if I like hearing the skittering sounds of this spider as they go. So the spider comes crawling over the wall.
Oh.
It's right about here. Well, trying to climb over the wall. And spin, spider. Spin, he dances for you. And attacks with his web. Karen, right in front. And, he sort of lands in front of you and shoots his web, and it just sort of like splatters on past you. All right. And that will end. He has to recharge that next time. His buddy makes its way over. Yeah. I always forget which button to hold down.
Oh my god, they move fast.
Yeah, 30 feet. Moves on in. And again, this time he's going for Skylar. Ah. And again, misses. These spiders just suck at shooting webs. Hopefully they get in the range of biting range soon enough. And that ends his turn. Now you need to choose, is it Zippy or Favia?
So I have a question.
Sure.
Can Zippy just go invisible and not do anything, but just be invisible?
Does invisibility take an action?
I don't think so.
Well, we'll have to look at his stats real quick. Zippy. Zippy. Actions. Invisibility.
Does it take one?
It's concentration. Up to 1 hour. So yeah, that would be it's one action.
Okay. Because I would just want him to do that and me to shoot an arrow. That's what.
Yeah, so you can either he can go invisible or you can shoot an arrow.
I will shoot an arrow.
Awesome. Shoot that arrow.
Shoot that poison arrow. Anyone?
Oh, let me make it your turn first. Hold on. Bloop, bloop. Yes, ABC.
Thank you.
I believe the album was the Book of Love. No, was it Book of Love? The Look of Love.
Look of love.
Oh,
Nice.
Roll.
So you do hit. And while you're hitting, the spider is thinking about his favorite ABC album, which was
Oh,
Beauty
Jesus.
Stab. So, yeah, you couldn't have done less damage.
Oh,
I mean, I guess you
I know.
could've. So these spiders
for
are looking a
me.
little cocky, right?
Spiders talk?
They do.
Was that spider just cursing at us?
Yeah, they must have
Yes.
recently watched The Evil Dead because I believe they said they were going to suck your soul. But anyway, this brings us to Karen.
Go, Karen.
Go, Karen. Go, Karen.
It's your birthday.
I'll wager that Karen just raged.
Yes.
You're unmuted, Cliff.
Sorry,
Karen.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I'm raging. I think I'm gonna just do all my business in one shot here. Let's see. And then I'll rage and frenzy here. Boink.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, so you move up onto the spider. Spider rears back.
Okay. So let me. I'm trying to remember what it does for me and what I need to do when I do rage. I'm supposed to get +2. Will it do that for me?
It should. Let's see.
I see it in my list of effects. Damage to melee.
It should. Well, if not, we'll add it manually. Just see what happens.
Okay. All right, cool. Here I go. You know what? I'm gonna reckless attack too.
He's just burning down the house on this turn.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. And accent it up. Okay, here we go. So this should give me advantage on the attack. Let's see if it rolls 2. Yeah,
Yep.
Nice. All right. And here's my damage, which should have a +2 on it.
So it should be 14.
Whoa, heavy.
So it added your damage.
Okay. And then I get another hit for my frenzy. Roll and hit on that.
Poor Thomas.
And rolling damage.
Yes. There we go.
Yay!
That's what I'm talking about.
So that spider's dead. Just and Karen just pulses in joy with her rage. Yeah. So you can do the happy dance. That's my purse. I don't know you. That spider is dead. Yeah. You still have some movement left if you want to square up to the other spider. Yes.
You know what? I'm good. I'm just gonna stand on the corpse.
Oh,
As a trophy.
All right, Mr. Bing. You're off a ways, but you just see splatters of blood, like glistening through the air in the morning sun as you make your way around the trees.
I'm here for it. Okay.
So
I do my move.
So you step in, and your last few steps are awfully sticky.
Yeah. That's okay. So I'm going to lorem ipsum at spider number 2. Is that line of sight or no?
Yep. Yeah. You got line of sight.
All right, let us do this then. Wait.
Let us play.
The UI has changed. Okay. There's like a cast and attack. Which one? All right, let's just do it. And that's a big miss, so.
By more than 5. By more than 5. I believe you used all of your movement, correct?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. All right. So then we go, before we do anything else, do you want me to roll all initiatives, or do you guys want to roll your own?
I want to roll my own.
Okay, so everyone roll their own initiative. It's on your main tab. I will roll for the bad guys.
I like the fact that initiative is on main. I hate
Yeah,
having
it should be in
back and
combat.
forth.
So here's a fun fact for you. Drag that the action down to your toolbar, right? And then it'll always be persistent.
Wait, which? Oh, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Toolbar.
Yeah, you have
Holy
toolbars.
cow! Let's do that.
Oh, and if you hold Control down, you have another set of toolbars. And if you hold Alt down, you have another set of toolbars.
What? Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Yeah, that's you like people tend to put like perception, initiative, right? If there's a spell you cast all the
How do you
time,
get it down there?
you drag it.
How do you get? Like, from where though?
From like
When I drag it, there's a die.
yeah. Hold on. Let me see. If you drag,
It looks like you're about to roll. Like you'll just see the die,
Yeah.
but if you let it go right on the rectangle, it'll turn into words.
Oh, okay, got it.
And-
This is genius.
and then you
Wait,
can
where?
and then you can right click over that and rename it to whatever you want. It'll still do it. You can name it something else if you wanted to.
Cool.
Wait, where are you dragging it to?
At the bottom of your screen, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, like the toolbar.
Oh yeah.
Yours is probably just empty. It doesn't say anything. Yeah, just you can
Okay.
drag it. Like those are your quick actions.
And so if you do that, does it do the roll for you?
Oh yeah. Look at that.
It does. So yeah, it does the roll for you. Yeah.
Cool.
Now, if you're going to use it for like an action, like an attack, what I don't know is like if you don't have the thing targeted, that might be a problem.
Right.
So it's just going to roll an attack like you clicked it. So I think it's more fun to drag attacks onto the characters anyway, but that's just me. Alrighty. So as you can see, this restack worked to your advantage, you guys. At the top of the stack is Skylar. Let me adjust Zippy. So he's going to be a 16 this time,
Wait.
so he goes up.
Wait.
Yeah.
Why did things just change? Like I just did my turn. I was not at the bottom, was I?
No, you're at the top.
No, but we just
We re-rolled
rolled.
initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now, like kind of my point, right? Was like, this is a new order. You guys now have 4 attacks before the spiders get to go, right? Which could or be spider. The pile of spider bits is not going to do much. So as you guys sort of talk through, okay, what are you going to do this round, and or just more of the same? It's up to you guys. It's just something to be mindful of, right? Is like, you know, your healer is now last, which could be beneficial, right? If any damage happens, right? So before she was at the top, now she's at the end. So it restacked, potentially working to your advantage. All right, so
I'm
if everyone's ready to roll, I'm going to start the round.
gonna attack.
All right.
Attack.
All right. So you unload an arrow into the spider, energized by the bludgeoning that Karen just laid out. And while you did not frenzy, you did a good amount of damage, right? You saw, you see bits of the spider sort of chipped away and fly off into the bushes.
Yeah.
You have all of your movement left if you want to move. You're in the bushes, so it is half movement unless you move onto the street.
I'm just trying to move back. Why? When I click on my character, it moves the whole window. What am I not clicking on?
I don't pretend to know. Although your turn is over, if you're done, hit advance, and then Cyrus can go while you figure out your interface issues.
I want to move though. I want to move towards Noodle.
Oh.
If you move, will they have an attack of opportunity on you?
No,
Nah.
they're not in range within 5 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Good question though. Better to verify than to get hurt. Have you figured out how to move yet?
No, it's really annoying. I'm like selected.
Here, I'll move you for it. Like, you want to be in front of her, be lower, behind her.
Fine. Just right below her.
Oops. Okay, let me drop you there. All right, you are there. All right, if that's the end of your move, go ahead and end your turn.
Done.
Nice.
Nice.
Some so. Yeah. Sid, I'm at.
Nice, Cyrus.
Ba-ba-da-da. Boom.
Jesus.
So many dice.
I love
going
that. Fistful of dice.
You're gonna
Wow.
die.
Yeah, later.
Okay.
It's still barely alive.
All right, I'm gonna back off, so y'all can get a shot off.
I have no idea what a spider sounds like, by the way.
I think
Sounds
that's
like a goblin.
Oh, that's disappointing to hear.
Oh, that's what that sounded like from the goblin.
Little goblin-y.
All right,
Poppy is up.
Fabia's up. Unless you want Zippy to go.
Nope.
You do
Ooh,
not. You do
I
not
gotta
have line
move,
of
though.
sight.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I have to move. Can I move there?
You can, and you will then
I do now?
have line of sight. Yes.
Okay.
So, Poke lays dead. Prick looks a little worried. Looks a little more worried now that you've connected. And you hit it pretty hard. As you guys are taking on these spiders and they're wailing and they're hissing, you guys hear off in the distance.
We're waking something up.
Uh-oh.
Yay.
So you're hearing a little maybe Venomfang. Doesn't sound like he's necessarily awake, but he's definitely definitely not asleep.
Totally asleep.
Yeah. So something's going on. So you guys see the spider like struggling to like eject some webbing at you and fails. So he can't seem to quite get his web recharged. So he has no choice
Happens to a lot of guys.
but to move in.
Sorry.
There's
I'll
pills
shut
he can
myself
take. Yes. Not safe for work, Mr. Muda. And he's going to attack Karen. This could just get interesting. 2 1-hit point minions friendly to you. DM choice appear random adjacent spaces next to your target. Okay, hold on.
No.
This is gonna be
It's a party.
yeah, this is gonna be more trouble than the damage they will do, but like we'll roll it. So it was a critical hit. Let me go ahead and roll the damage first before we manifest his spider buddies. All right, so he does 12, and because it was a hit, I need you to do a saving throw, Constitution saving throw, and you need an 11.
Go 11. Oh.
Nope.
So let's roll some damage on you. All right. And your effect is you are now... Wait, hold on. Not quite down yet. Okay. Yeah, so next turn. So next turn, if you don't succeed, you will be poisoned and paralyzed for 60 minutes.
Unless we cure you.
That ends the spider's turn.
Baron.
And ironically, what you guys can't see that I see is the dead spider sort of like gurgles up and recharges its web, but it's dead. That cracked me up. So Karen,
Nice.
you are poisoned, but pissed, I'm guessing.
All right. I'm gonna
That'd
make
be my
another
guess.
revenge.
All right. Yeah, and as you roared, Karen, you hear back at you.
So, hang on. I have to figure out. Should I still have my? I think we decided frenzy lasts. I mean, rage lasts for the whole battle. But trying to see if some of these are just one turn.
Let's see, frenzy. It's while raging, so frenzy is on while.
So so it sounds like I keep my frenzy as long as I have the same rage.
Yeah, but I think with every round your exhaustion stacks, correct? So like you'll be 2 exhausted, 3 exhausted.
I think when it's over, you get a level of exhaustion.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I think reckless attack though is just one turn.
I'm looking. Strength
Is that
attacks
still
have
on?
advantage, but grants advantage against you. Reckless attack. Hold on, it's a feature. You can throw all concern for defense and attack with fierce desperation. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee attack rolls using strength during this turn. But okay, so it's yeah. So it was for one turn, and that's why people had advantage on you when they hit you.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So how do we turn that effect off? It looks like it's still on.
Easy enough. I go into effects,
Okay.
and that was reckless attack, right?
Yep.
And it's gone.
All right. Cool. All right. So attacking Mr. Prick here. Woof.
Oh no!
And I'm glad you mentioned Mr. Prick because I forgot something. Give me 1 second. He has 2 buddies.
Oh yeah, you got to get his 2.
And hold on. Wait, delete. It's gonna take me a second. Be thinking about what you want to do. Or read. What was your fumble?
I may add 1 to any ability score and decrease another one by 1 if I wish.
Oh, that's a weirdly blessing and a curse.
It also, if you wish, makes it sound like you don't have to do anything. So I don't know.
You don't have to do anything on that.
Okay, I'm gonna opt to not do anything.
Okay, give me 1 second. NPCs. Okay. 1, 2. So lame. Okay. Hold on, I'm almost done with his 2 fine friends here. Adding them to the combat tracker.
Uh-oh.
So you've got 2 new heroes enter the fight. All right, and I believe it said
Noodle.
hold on. Remove that. Remove that. Okay, and if I take this guy and I drag it over here, does that do it?
I don't see him yet. Oh wait, what's that?
No, it's coming. It's coming.
There's spider loot. Ew.
Yes, you gotta love the spider loot. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm almost with you. nothing is ever one click. It's like 500 clicks to do anything. And as soon as this loads, we're in good shape. Oh, there it is. Back up. This guy's here. And this guy's here. Okay. Now, this should work. I lock that. Recalculate. And then I close that. And I put it back up here. And he goes. One goes there. One goes there. And then I put them in the combat tracker. I think. What a lot of work for very little payoff. And 2 spiders appear. Bloop, bloop. You see them?
I see one.
Right here. You don't see them, or you do see them? They're to the left and to the right of. It's really hard to see them. to the left and to the right of the spider. They're little bitty spiders.
I'm zooming in.
Oh, I
showing
see
up red.
one. Yeah, they're not red.
Are they friendly
They're black.
to us?
No, they're red.
They don't look red to me.
Okay,
They
let me
don't have a red or
Yeah.
a red square around them. They're just black spiders.
Let me try this. They may come off as an S now instead.
Oh, I see an S.
Yeah.
2 S.
Yes.
Good enough. Those are the spiders.
S for arachnid.
S for spiders. Okay. So they will get to go next round. So Karen, did your turn end?
Give it to Noodle.
All right, Noodle's up.
Noodle's got a clean shot. Shoot it, Noodle. Wait, why are you shooting there?
She's not shooting. She's going to heal Karen.
Ah, smart.
All right. So she sidles over, out of range of all the goodness.
Yep. Heal, heal, heal. Cure the wounds. Karen. A little bit.
So yeah, so Karen, you don't feel great, but you got a little tingle, right? And you feel a little life come back into you, and you think that's probably enough to take on these 2 house spiders and what's left of Prick. And then that ends that round. So everyone roll initiative.
Oh, look, I'm using my speed thing at the bottom. Boom.
As long as the spider gets one more shot at Karen is all I care about. All right. This brings us to the top of the stack here. Hold on. Round.
Oh, man, the spider got top of the thing.
Somehow I skipped it. It has to go back up. There we go. So the spider won the initiative this round. You guys have a chance to regroup if you want. Otherwise, just say proceed, and we will get ready to rumble.
Let's kill it.
Yeah, I think keep swinging.
All right.
Yep.
Spider tries to recharge. And you guys see it again. They're going, and like nothing. Cannot get that webbing to recharge. Damn it. Going after you with another bite. And it misses.
Oh.
Skylar.
Oh, it's go time. All right.
There's a wee little spider between you and the big spider. However, it is a little spider. You could shoot over the top of it without incident, or at it. Your call.
I'm gonna shoot over the spider. Oh, that's good.
You may want to move Little Zippy in the combat tracker. It still says 16.
Oh, my
Oh,
bad. Thank you for reminding me of that. This should be 9.
You're welcome.
crappy damage, dude.
3 points. Yeah. So the little spider looked like where am I? And he comes into existence, and then like this arrow flies over its head. But seeing how little damage you did to that big spider, it doesn't look so concerned now. All right. Either move or end your turn, sir. All right, so you move over to there.
Yeah.
And that's good to go.
Forward.
All right. And then end your turn.
Oh, yeah.
And then Karen, you have to roll as soon as it's your turn. Still angry. You need to roll
Constitution again?
yeah.
Woof, man.
Wolfman. And that
Not
means
great.
where'd the spider go?
Wait,
Spider.
did my roll finish? Did you see my roll?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, it
Lingered
was
forever.
weirdly delayed. All right, so then that means that you need to take some poison damage. Oh, hold on, wrong. Where's it at? Giant spider. Attack. There we go. Actions. Bite, poisoned. There it is. So you feel really sick, an additional 7 points, and you failed your attack, right? You failed the second time. That means that you are now you're paralyzed, my friend.
Well, that's going to make it hard to attack.
Yeah. It is. And I have to remember how paralyzed works. Anyone know? Anyone? Anyone
I don't
remember?
think he can move.
Yeah, I think there's Oh, you're paralyzed for 1 hour. Unless someone cures poison. Unless someone cures you.
Can anybody cure poison?
We don't. Neither of us has that spell.
So
Do we
you
have
have
any?
Do we have any
Is it like-
potions?
Cure poison potion at some point?
If you're asleep, maybe a kiss will wake you up.
Ugh, gross.
It could, but here's the bad news for you. You have to end your turn, and the spider's next. Hey! It recharged its web. And it's like you're down, so it debates what to do next. So it takes a look at Fabia, and says, it's going to try to get her with the web. So, Fabia is trying to lay waste to you. So you're hit.
Okay.
Hold on. So you need to roll a strength check. So a strength. Actually, it's a strength. It's not a save. It's just a strength check. So on your main
So abilities or saves?
abilities.
Strength under ability. That?
There we
20?
go.
Yeah. So this thing shoots web at you, and you're just like, "What's that?" And it just
Wrong light bulb.
flies around you, and it thinks maybe it made the wrong call, right? But and it's gonna back away. And let's see who. Oh damn it! Yeah, it's gonna back away because it's It will fight to its death, but it's going to move into the bushes half of its distance. I want to let me do that. There we go. And you get an opportunity attack, a melee opportunity attack, Fabia.
I can shoot an arrow at it, right?
Yes. No. You have to be melee. Melee.
Short sword?
Short sword, yeah. You're gonna have to hobbit it, yeah, because it's moving away from you, so you have a chance to strike at it, not necessarily raise your bow and shoot. Has to be melee.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh my goodness!
And I dropped my.
All right, so your next 3 hits, regardless of the combat, like the spiders or whatever comes next, your next 3 have to be -5 when you hit.
Oh my god. That sucks.
I gotta make a note of that because that will probably be the next time we play. So, -5, Flavia. 3 turns. Due to fumble. Got it. Okay. On that note, he ends his turn. And you guys don't like the direction the spider's heading.
To the dragon. Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, you know the dragon's been killing spiders, so...
Zippy's gonna attack the spider this time.
All right. Go for it.
Go, Zippy, go.
Nice,
So
Zippy.
Zippy's flying, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
And
my.
he was able to fly through the, over the heavy brush and through the trees, so he made it okay. He comes upon the spider. There we go.
And doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do a damn thing.
Oh.
The spider looks somewhat delighted. Is that the end of his move? He still has movement if you're flying, but the spider will get an opportunity attack if he moves away.
I know. That's why he's not moving away.
There you go. All right, so we got this little bee spider. And it's going to attack Fabia with its bite. So, you're focused on this big ass spider, and down at your ankle, you feel this little prick. Unlike the big prick there. And it does all of 1 point of damage to you. Right? So you've got an ankle boo-boo. Not to be outdone. Let's see, where are we at here? Hold on. Okay. Other spider sort of moves around here and attacks Noodle and misses. So you just see this, you just barely see this little spider scutter across the floor and attack Noodle. What? Noodle just raises her foot? No. All right, so Noodle's turn.
Yes. All right. She is going to... Oh, she has Guiding Bolt too. Well, how nice. Okay, so she is going to Guiding Bolt the spider.
She's going to have to move up a little bit.
How so?
Oh, for the little spider. I thought you were going after the big spider. Sorry.
Actually, she could. I take that back. She'll move up a little.
All right, as long as she stays within catty corner to the little spider, it does not get an opportunity. So basically, if you moved here, it's fine.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. Okay.
We'll just leave you there then.
All right, Noodle, let your guiding bolt fly.
Throwing noodles.
Yeah. Boom.
Roll them dice.
She's having a moral issue, right? She's a healer, but yet she's bringing death upon the spider.
Well, that's
Somebody
nature.
needs to bring death upon the spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just natural.
She's off to a good start. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yay!
All right.
Wow.
Yay,
Nice job.
Noodle!
That's
Yes.
that's a serious good number of dice. I mean, those are some low rolls, and she still did
Yeah.
pretty well. I think maybe she's underestimating her prowess in this game.
At least attack-wise, yes.
That is the end of her turn. The spider, explodes into some goo, showering Zippy. You hear one more time. All right. Mr.
Still
Bing.
the stupid little spiders to deal with.
Yep. Cyrus is going to level his crossbow at Tiny Spider.
Don't waste the bolt.
What?
Use your hand or something. You step on it.
Is it
One
that
hit
small?
point, right?
It's a house spider, Mark. It's a one hit
Can I
point house
actually-
spider. House spider.
Can I actually stomp it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So it would be an unarmed strike. What is this? So unarmed strike? Just roll a d20. Anything above a 5 is a hit.
Did that register? No, it did not. It's... I just roll the d20 and nothing happens.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you
All right.
squished.
So you guys, you guys hear Fabi's like, ow, and then like Cyrus like steps next to her and goes like squash, and the spider is, see if I got the right one. Dead.
I want to
Right.
know what kind of treasure it was carrying.
I know, exactly.
Did it? Yeah, it dropped treasure.
It dropped something, yeah.
All right, so we got to roll for initiative,
All right.
Which
Let's go
seem-
to the room.
which, to be honest with you guys, seems asinine at this point because it's a one hit point spider. But whatever.
Who gets to stomp on it, or does it get to bite someone first?
We'll find out. Yeah, it did not fare well.
All right.
So
Let's finish it.
start the round.
All right.
Skylar.
Go over here. I'm gonna target this little dude here, and I'm gonna stomp him.
I think you have two things targeted. Oh, no, never mind.
I untargeted. Yeah, just roll a d20 into the chat window. Anything above a 5.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that's a miss, man. It needed to be above a 5. so you guys stomp, and like right as Skylar stomps, the little spider's like, no, and moves out of the way.
Noodle.
So Noodle gets to try.
Yes, Noodles gets to try.
Finish it.
I would honestly, I would love to see this one hit point spider total player kill you guys. That would be just kind of worth it. All right, so Noodle brings her foot upon the spider, and splat. This thing is now dead. Let's make it official dead. It's now dead, dropping its little spider treasure. as you guys get closer, can you guys roll a nature check for me?
Man. Nature check.
Nature check.
Oh, fail.
Awesome. Good enough. What you guys do
I got a
see.
20.
No, what you guys do see on the combat tracker here is you hadn't made your way that far, but there are 3 bits of red of web that are a little harsher than the others, and you think to yourself you might want to steer clear of those, right? Because getting tangled up in them will probably slow you down a good bit, and while it may not be life ending, could have been life ending if the spiders had survived longer and you made your way into their webs. So here's where you find yourself. Would you like to loot the beasties? Ask questions away.
Should we set the web on fire?
Let's walk around it.
I was wondering about that too, but I wonder if we'd end up alerting the dragon, though. If he'd freak out that we're like burning things around it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was just thinking, because if there's more spiders, and if the spiders use the webs to tell where people are, if we set it on fire, then they can't.
Well, why don't you roll a perception check?
Tell where we are. Me?
Yep.
Okay.
Or anyone who wants to roll a perception check, you ask if there's more spiders.
I can't perceive anything.
I suck too.
Let's see if Zip can.
Ah.
No. Karen.
So Karen did. Yeah. So, Karen, through the rage as her heart settles a bit, listens intently, and it sounds like there's nothing, nothing left in that building. From where you're standing, it looks like that building might have been a store. This is the store that someone's eating some good berries.
Okay, I did. Well, I wanted to see what the spell was exactly, because they may help Karen. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Did you create some good berries?
I did, but I didn't mean to.
That's fine. You got some good berries. Well, it's a learning experience. So, in this ruined store, Karen, you don't think there's any spiders. You do see a bit of red webbing that you may want to destroy if you go through that door, or find an alternate way in. But your common sense says there may be something inside. Something like treasure-wise. Probably not in a farmhouse, but in a store potentially. I'm not saying there is. I'm not saying there's not. But that's what your perception told you. Anyone? What's your move?
Does anyone want to just kind of check to see if we see any spiders or anything like that?
So
Let's just go around the web.
So the store that building is spider free. That perception check told you it's spider free.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go check it out.
Right. So
Can somebody drag me?
We're gonna find tree people.
Yeah, we're gonna drag you inside if it's so. First, somebody check to make sure it's safe, and if it is, we will drag him inside Karen inside the building.
Okay.
Yep.
You want me to send Zippy in there?
I'll do it.
So so you see there's a web right in the doorway. Right, it's one of those sticker webs. So whoever's moving there, you're gonna want to you're gonna need to attack that web to make it go away. So
attack it how?
With your sword, melee weapon. You literally attack it like you would any monster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So whoever's moving there, move your character to the adjacent square and do your thing. Unless you want to try and just push through it, go for it.
Well, I was gonna have Zippy go in there. Can he fly around it?
Yeah, he can fly over the walls if you want him to.
Yeah. We'll fly
right.
around it because we're going down over here, right?
I don't know where over here is. Okay, so that's where he's flying
Right
to? All right.
Is that where we're going, you guys?
In 3 goes. So he's right. So he makes his way in, and he does see just sort of stacked up against a wall some treasure, right? It's not in a box or anything. It's just sort of laying out. And he sees a little pile of gold, roughly 23, 35 silver pieces. He sees a potion of healing, a short sword, and some studded leather. So I will add that to your party inventory.
That's good.
Oh, you guys still have stuff in your party inventory that I have not paid attention to in a while. You still have the 3 coins of Christmas.
Yes.
Let's see. There's that. There's the gold. And we're going to put in the old potion of healing. So he comes out, makes several trips. Barely able to drag the studded leather out. And there we go. It is now in your inventory. Now, you still have a problem in the sense that your Karen is paralyzed for the next hour unless someone can heal Karen.
Can Noodle do it?
Does Noodle have anything that will heal?
We don't have any cure poison.
Let me check my abilities.
Let's see here.
Check inventory too. I swear we've gotten various potions along the way.
I've got a medicine ability.
Let me see if that would do anything.
Would the druid be able to help us?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, we're still like right next door. So I'll go fetch the druid. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the druid and see if I can persuade him to help.
Okay, so here's the thing to keep in mind about the poison. So, because of his multiple fails, like he's poisoned for 1 hour. So you can do one of two things. You can either make your way back to the druid, in which case we'll do a couple of I don't know if you're all going or one person you're going to fetch him or you taking Karen back. We'll see if you guys draw any aggro, or do you just want to sort of hunker down? Is the other thing you can do and do a short rest. But
Dude, we're like 100 feet away.
Yeah, I don't care either way. I'm telling you guys your options.
I see what you're saying though. We could just go into the building and then take a rest, sleep it off.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just giving you your options.
Die in my sleep. Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
All right, so someone's gonna have to, get rid of the web to get in there. So just, it's a formality, but I'm gonna make you go through it. So.
Who's got a sword?
I got axes.
That's fine.
I have a short sword.
Who's doing it? I'm gonna move you over.
I'll do it. Just.
All right, Skylar, you are confronting the just drag your short sword onto the web.
It's an axe.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Attack it with your axe. Onto the web.
Oh, do I have to target it first?
No, just literally drag it onto the web.
Okay.
All right. Roll the damage. All right, so the web, looks pretty bad. You see him sort of cutting through it. Let me roll something real quick.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You want to try it again?
Yeah.
All right. Do the same thing. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
All right. And roll the damage. See if you can whack this stuff away. All right. So it sort of splits away. Let me check something out.
And it dropped loot.
You're good to go. Oh, really? What did it drop?
What would it happen?
It dropped nothing. It's an empty loot. Yeah. So no, I needed to see if your ruckus attracted anything, is what was happening, in case you wondered what was going on. Okay. So there you go. All right. So you're all able to make your way in. I'll just go ahead and party stack you guys into the place. I can't seem to grab Karen for some reason.
Paralyzed, Thomas.
Yeah, paralyzed.
Well, but I'm not.
hard to carry them when they're like that.
So you guys, make your way in. Let me go ahead and loot for you. Giant spider. Nothing. So I add that. Let's see what the other spider dropped. Nothing. Other little spider dropped nothing. There's a theme here, you guys. Turns out spiders don't carry much loot.
They sort of lack pockets.
Yes. All right, so let me remove them from the combat tracker. I've added the experience to your sheet. You guys find yourself in this little house. Okay, so what's the plan? You're in here. You've drugged Karen's body into this area. You're gonna short rest it. You know that he's down for about an hour. She, snoring like crazy, like deep slumber.
I'm going to heal her.
Before or after the short rest?
Before.
Okay.
Let me find the good one. Which one's Karen? Hold on. Hold on. A lot of noise.
That's a lot of pomp and circumstance for 9 points of healing. So you guys are going to do a short rest. This will give you back. You guys can each roll, or if anyone who needs to, you can also roll one of your die.
Why don't we just do a long rest?
8 hours. You want to do that?
Both Noodle and I need to recharge spells. So
you're going to hunker down. All right. Let's do it. I'll do a 4
Is that
hour.
okay, guys?
Yeah, man. Why not?
Okay.
Okay. Let me roll something real quick. Well, I mean, it's a long rest, right? To see if anything wanders your way. All right. Give me one moment. Counters. So about halfway through the night, as you guys are lying there, well, first off, I stupid of me. Is everyone sleeping? Is everyone resting for 8 hours? Who's standing watch? Like,
that's such a generous question because we totally didn't think about it. Somebody should be. Who's on guard? I'm paralyzed, so probably.
Elves don't have to actually sleep, do they?
No.
They just kind of like.
We can take turns.
I can be up.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we can do a half rest. How about we do a half rest? You do the first shift. I'll do the second shift.
Okay.
All right. So about 4 hours in, just before you sort of tap out Steven, you think that you saw sort of very sort of stealthily, this figure in a red hood sort of peek around the corner to sort of check out what the hell's going on. And they don't engage. They just, you sort of hear them sort of quietly stepping away off to the east.
It's like the Red Brand's Red Hood? Like, do we recognize it? Do I recognize it?
You recognize it by description, right? So, it's someone wearing a hood, seems to vaguely resemble a dragon, probably one of the cultists, is what you're surmising. Do you follow or you hang tight?
Okay. No, I hang tight.
All right. Do you share this information with Skylar?
Yes.
All right. So Skylar, she says, keep an eye out.
Extra vigilant.
Seems like the cultists. You guys are on your way to the cultists anyway, but it seems like they are at least aware that you guys are around now. Something's going on. So let me go ahead and rest you. Long rest. You should get your goods back. All right, so I'm going to remove frenzy and exhaustion from you as well, Karen. And you should be good as new. Am I right?
Seems like it. Let me check my effects.
Yeah, so you slept it off. So, it was fitful. You guys saw, Karen's sweating and moaning and a little more than normal, right? Fitfully throughout the evening. But I'm sorry, throughout the day, you guys are sleeping from morning until evening now. So late afternoon, evening rolls upon you. You guys get up, and Fabia sort of shares the news that there's some sort of a hooded figure was sort of checking you guys out. Didn't cause any trouble, just sort of slunk away. And Skylar, you saw nothing exciting happen. And here's where you are. And I would say with that, you guys, you've made your way. Let's see, about
Across the street.
About 60 feet to the east at this point. To be fair, that's almost halfway across the map, right? You got yourself into a nice little encounter. You avoided some twig blights, and you sort of hold up pretty well. I think this is probably a good stopping point, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Any questions? Any feedback on the? I think once you get the hang of the rolling initiative at the top of each round, it makes it kind of interesting.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, I think it works.
And then for Zippy and Fabia, sort of you understand the fairness of sort of how we're doing this now.
Yeah.
Right, because it's not a we were treating it like it was a +1 to your party, and it's actually an extension of you. Right, so you have to make choices. Yeah. Right. The only exception to that is like when you're moving as a party, I'm not going to make you choose which of you moves. Right.
But I realized as I was looking at my character, I don't have those spells that you talked about.
We can talk about going back in time and augmenting that, if you want to make a different choice or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Otherwise, it'll be sort of hard to do the. What she's talking about is she can there's either a bonding and command or. And then there's another one for sort of knowing and being able to sort of see through their eyes. And those are two spell choices that she has to make it work. So, but we'll worry about that later. All right, guys. Well, on that note, I think we'll end this, and we'll call it a night. So until next time, on
Thank you.
Elegant Adventure Sagas.
Awesome. Thanks everyone.
Thanks,
Tom.
guys.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Thomas.
I'm just excited my voices are working.
Good night.
Yes.
All right. I'll see you
All right,
guys.
see ya.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.